Do you think anybody under the age of 18 has ever found your content?
Yes, probably.
So do you think that's good for society, for children to be looking at naked pictures of
No,
you?
but I also think that there are people under 18 who have seen rated R movies. I think there are people under 18 who have had
rated R movie the same as
alcohol. Let's take a look at alcohol. Having alcohol available to adults.
So what's worse?
Ooh,
Underage.
he had her there, bruh. He had her there, bruh. A 9-year-old could see your ass doing what the you doing, bruh. 9-year-old can't get to that liquor.
But this is why overall, when it comes to Jasmine personally is not a bad person. And even though Jasmine does OnlyFans, I don't think that that makes you a bad person. But overall, OnlyFans for society is bad because a multitude of reasons. One is once you become an OnlyFans creator as a woman, whether you're good looking or not, there's a very bad social stigma associated with that. Your parents are going to be frustrated. Your friends are going to be frustrated. People that you've known your whole life can now go online and for $5 see your butthole. This is going to cause you a social stigma in your friend groups, in your family. So for that, I don't think it's great. Also, the physical risks when it comes to having sex on camera. Now, I don't know if you have sex on your OnlyFans, but I'm just talking about in general, having sex with random strangers, you know, there's a potential of STDs, there's a potential of AIDS. So just having unprotected sex is, you know, believe it or not, it is dangerous. And this is the thing, with OnlyFans, why is it bad for society? Personally, for me, the biggest reason is that you have young women that are 16, 17, that are thinking, how am I going to get a job? How am I going to make money? And you have creators like Jack Doherty that are getting 18-year-old girls. As soon as they become 18, they get them in OnlyFans, and yes, they show their boobs, and they make some money in the short term. That is correct. But they don't factor in the career limitations that it's going to cause them later on in life being naked on the internet. And it's not just something like an ex-boyfriend did revenge porn where that could happen and you could still, you know, your career probably wouldn't be too affected by that. But when you actually go out there and you post yourself naked, it's going to limit your career. The social stigma that's associated with it was terrible. Not just the physical health risks. A lot of OnlyFans creators, because of the pain that they have from doing this, oftentimes have addiction issues. Now, I'm not saying you have that, but there are a lot of, if you can look it up, a lot of adult film stars that die at early ages, believe it or not, done by suicide or drugs. So overall, this is why I think it's bad. I don't think, Jasmine, you are bad, but the idea of pornography, yes, humans want it, of course, but humans want heroin, humans want cocaine. That doesn't mean that it's good for you. Yes, people want it, but inherently, when people are looking at it, when you're doing it, it's just overall, it's going to make you have more anxiety, more depression. It's going to disconnect you. Looking at porn disconnects you from your current relationship. Now, I know there's some freaks out there that's like, I'm a swinger. I like looking at porn with my wife. I think that that is the exception to the rule. Most people would argue that pornography affects relationships in a negative way, and I would argue that. So you're exploiting yourself. You're exploiting really society, because you have young people that are now encouraged to go spread their legs because we live in a society. I keep talking about societies where it's hard to get a job, and I get it, and that's why I think what you do, and I joked about it, admirable. It is admirable that you're working at least, you know what I mean? I do agree with that, but just because you work on a stripper pole doesn't mean what you're doing is good. So with that, that's my time.
Thank you very much.
Jasmine's about to cook him. Jasmine Jafar is about to cook him. Just on a debate alone. This is such an easy topic to discuss, an easy topic to debate, an easy topic to win with an Alex Stein stance. But that was such a horrible attack on OnlyFans that she is going to slice and dice this shit. I'm familiar with Jasmine Jafar. I seen her as I'm fucking Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? A little big titty OnlyFans attorney girl. She know how to talk, right? You know, it's about to be a bloodbath. It's about to be a bloodbath. God damn, man. God damn, man. He kept confining it to the particular individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like, fuck them. They already fucked. Bruh, ain't talking about society, boy. He wasn't even talking about society, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Let's just let Jasmine talk, bro. Let's just let Jasmine talk and fill in the gaps here, bro.
Much for that opening, Alex. We'll kick it over to Jasmine for her opening as well. The floor is all yours.
Perfect. So yeah, thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you, Alex. I'm just going to go through some of the points he made. So this idea that it's bad because there's a social stigma. I think one of the reasons that people are so upset with OnlyFans is that social stigma is decreasing, right? You hear, I even watched this video with Matt Walsh the other day talking about how the problem with OnlyFans is that, yeah, now we're buying houses next to A-list celebrities. Nobody's spitting on us as we walk down the street. We're not doing it in the shadows that people want us to be in. And now, like, I hate to tell you, when I go around in my normal life, it's outside of like user 227 on the internet, no one says anything rude to me. Everybody's nice to me. A lot of people are supportive. My friends are supportive. I have a great relationship with my family. I have a partner. Like, it just doesn't have that effect, and I think some people want it to, and that's actually one of the reasons that people are more upset over OnlyFans, and that's why we've had the proliferation of like red pill podcasts. I think it's financial envy, and it's envy at these women that are able to break the rules that we've had for so long and use their sex appeal, monetize off of it, and not get that social stigma that they want us to have.
It's a valid point, but no. But no, I guess me saying it's a valid point, but no, is a contradiction. No, I understand the point, but no. I'm sure there's a lot of motherfuckers out here mad that they getting paid. I understand they getting paid, but I can only speak for me. And motherfuckers that can see it from my perspective, bro. Motherfuckers ain't hating on the bag you getting. They understand the bag you getting. It's more of the reflection of society. Living in a fucking soft-ass society where this shit is coddled. Right, and the whole fact that you can be out here popping as an OnlyFans and not have egg thrown on you and motherfuckers out here saying shame, shame, shame is because society is cooked. That's the big issue. Morality is cooked, where we embracing this shit and women are empowered to be hoes. Right? Women are empowered to be slurs. Women are empowered to slang the puss. In addition to everything else going on in this fucked up ass world. Right. But the corn epidemic, and that's what I call it, OnlyFans is just synonymous with corn to me, even though I know that there are people that utilize OnlyFans that don't do no corn. But if you choose to affiliate yourself with OnlyFans, you are going to take that corn stigma with you. Right. OnlyFans is corn, dog. Corn meaning with the P word. I just can't say it because I'm going on YouTube. Right? And corn is a fucking net negative. There's nothing positive about. I'm not going to say it's nothing. There is some positive about corn. But where we are in society right now, where we really have a woman on a podcast out here trying to defend her ability to slang the puss and say, not even that. You should have the ability to do it. I ain't even knocking, but the fact that it's not bad for society is crazy, because it is. It's fucking everybody up because the world's already fucked up. Anyway.
To the rise of STDs, I think another big thing about OnlyFans is a lot of us are doing it from our rooms. This isn't mainstream pornography. I just have sex with my partner, and that's what I post. I don't do scenes with other people, and I think a lot of girls, a lot of like the big ones, I think like Amaranth, these people, they only do solo content. Mm-hmm. And so, and his point as to like, oh, young girls want to do this. I think it's important to explain the risks to those young women. I'm not somebody that says when you're 18, you should go do anything that could have lifelong consequences that you don't understand. I also don't think you should get married at 18. Divorce rates are way higher if you get married before 25. So I'm all for telling young people or explaining the risks and educating people about the consequences of this.
We're not going to do that, though, because the consequences of doing porn are far more severe than the consequences of getting married early. And ain't nobody getting married early in 2025. So that's not a genuine comparison. You know what I mean? The consequences of your ass doing porn, the consequences of your ass having video footage documented all over the internet of your ass taking pipe, literally drives women to suicide. The inability to find a partner, the inability to have a family, the inability to have fucking children because no man's gonna take you fucking serious. Right? OnlyFans don't work no more. Now you can't get no motherfucking job. Right? And then the morality aspect of it, when we would have teeny bopper ass girls aspiring to be OnlyFans models because that's the wave. Because that's the wave. It is a contagion infecting women. Infecting everybody. But infecting women. Only in 2025 we have women out here saying that it's not bad for society for little girls to aspire to slang the puss. When have we ever had little girls out here ever aspiring to slang the puss? When does that ever happen? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old girls out here want to be Kim Kardashian. When has that ever happened? It's doomsday shit.
I guess I'm a little curious. Are you just really worried about the consequences to the people that are doing the job? Because if you're like, oh, there's more depression and drug use. For those who don't know, I'm also a licensed attorney, and we have such high rates of suicide, depression, drug use, et cetera. At that point, would you say it's bad to be a lawyer because you could have these negative consequences? I guess you could, but then you shouldn't just look at some of the unhappiest professions, almost all of the ones that you're in a cubicle or office, and say that these things are now bad for society because the people that do it have higher rates of these negative things. And I actually think out of all the types of porn on the internet, OnlyFans is the best. It is the safest. Everyone's verified. You do need a credit card to get in, so that also deters young people. It's very hard for young people to access OnlyFans because it is behind.
No, the fuck it ain't. Bruh, hey, you can literally type in Jasmine Jafar on Google and see her taking pipe. You could type in any of these OAV hoes on any search engine and find any of these motherfuckers taking pipe. Don't take your ass to Reddit and type in these hoes' names and find any of these hoes taking pipe. No age verification, nada. We not doing that, Sharon. We not doing that, Shutter. I wish YouTube was like Twitter, bro, because we can fucking cook this bitch right now. Any of these hoes out here defending this shit. All right, you want to die on this shit? You want to die on that sword? Hey, everybody. Everybody. Exhibit A. You just see this bitch take a pipe. You cool with this? It don't take me to log into OnlyFans to find your ass doing whatever the fuck it is you're doing right here. This cool with you? The fact that a 70-year-old could do this shit right now? Because of OnlyFans? All right. And then them be empowered to do so? Like, y'all the reason why little 9, 10-year-old girls out here taking dick up the butt is because of y'all motherfuckers. Right? OnlyFans is the trending label of porn. It ain't the fucking porn hubs and the whatever the fuck the case may be. OnlyFans is the trending topic of porn. Try to compare it to goddamn. What she say? Let's look it up. What's the suicide rate? Suicide rate of porn stars compared to attorneys. There are documented concerns about mental health and suicide risk in both the adult film industry and the legal profession. Adult film performers, particularly females, have shown significantly higher rates of depression and other mental issues compared to the general population. This is often linked to factors such as exposure to abuse, high levels of work-related stress, and the difficulties of navigating the stigma associated with the profession. There's evidence of a suicide rate in the adult performers being potentially much higher than the general population. Lawyers also face a higher risk of suicide compared to the general population. They are significantly more likely to experience depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and burnout. Factors such as, what's the percentages though? Percentages. Man, they ain't got no numbers for the corn. Suicide percentage for porn stars. What is the suicide rate for porn stars? They're not giving me no motherfucking number. Porn stars, this is on Twitter though. The average lifespan of a porn performer is 36.2 years. Porn stars have a suicide rate 6 times higher than the general population. None of this is above coincidence. Porn is a death trap, a soulless farce that destroys lives and psychologically warps young and old people. Watching conservatives melt down because Taylor Lorenz was seen at the Pornhub Adult Entertainment Awards dancing while wearing the mask kind of makes me laugh. Let me see if I can vet this. Because I saw it said attorneys commit suicide 3 times more than non-attorneys. But where did they get that 6 times? While the exact figure of 6 times higher suicide rate of porn stars compared to the general population isn't consistently cited or verified, studies indicate that higher prevalence of mental health issues and suicide behavior among adult film performers. Some I can't find no fucking percentage, bro, but fuck that. It ain't. Attorneys ain't taking their lives more than fucking porn stars are. Fuck out of here.
Behind a paywall as opposed to other forms of pornography. And as to the point of whether it causes harm, I mean, yeah, that's why it's like a weird question, like donuts, alcohol, pizza, but we don't want to live in a society where Taco Bell and you know, alcohol and things are banned because it's bad for society. In fact, those things have a lot more concrete harm, like guns and things like this. Like the hours of TV you watch are literally linked to how likely you are to be obese, whereas with porn, we don't find that. We find the #1 predictor of having issues with porn. There was a big meta-analysis done on it. Joshua Grubbs was the main researcher, where they find moral incongruence is the #1 predictor of you having issues with porn, right? How much that violates your personal values, like if you're religious and you have some issue with porn, yeah, you shouldn't watch it. If you're religious and you don't like it, don't watch it. But I don't think that the vast majority of people, and we actually don't have data indicating the vast majority of people have a problem with this, which is why it's been rejected by the medical community and the DSM-5 year after year. And yeah, I think I'll leave it there.
Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. I've read these stats too, because I'm immersed in this, bro. Right. And I'm of the mind that you can't even trust the fucking the sample size. Like who the fuck out here gonna be honest with that shit, bro? I know from my vantage point and the motherfuckers I speak to, which is thousands of men at this point, bro, and porn addiction and the effects of porn be sitting men down. You know what I mean? They're not about to get all fat and diabetic and overweight with hypertension and shit, but the dopamine catastrophe, the lack of motivation, the lack of motivation, the insecurity, the testosterone drop, the rampant flood of titties and ass on men's algorithms all day, every day, unsolicited or not. It's there, bro. They dangle it in front of men all day, every day. Food fucks up everybody, bro. Porn fucks up the bros, man. Don't even know how to be with a woman. Getting erectile dysfunction at fucking 25 because Your dick only know how to work with you as opposed to work with a woman. If your dick don't work, you can't procreate. You can't procreate. The human race is fucking done. You know what I'm saying? And you think about the climate of society right now where there's so much lost souls of men that are invisible to women, and you got women out here successful as fuck as they are, and they have a monopoly on the poo, period, bro. And then there's never been a time where porn has been more rampant out there, accessible to everyone, and given the societal climate, it's whooping men's ass because that is a perfect outlet to get that fix compared to how I was back in the day where you had to fucking look at scramble porn, look at fucking magazines, look at it was limited and shit, right? But you can literally sit here all fucking day, watch porn, OnlyFans all day, all night, and fuck your head up, bro. And bros is doing that shit, dog. Bros is doing that shit. We've always had issues with food. Always had issues with food. Not to justify it or whatnot. We need to fucking get rid of fucking all Taco Bell, all this bullshit, and live like the Europeans do. You know what I'm saying? Over there, McDonald's is healthy. Pizza Hut is healthy. I ain't gonna say it's healthy, but a lot more healthy than the shit we have here. It's a conversation to be had too, bro. Like the food companies are all decrepit. They all evil. They all trying to get motherfuckers sick and get them in the medical system as a fucking number to permanently rely on medical services, if big pharma to pump medicine in them to keep them sick, to keep paying. That's one thing. But then porn is meant to keep men numb, keep men castrated, keep men under control, keep men docile, keep men weak. You know what I'm saying? Keep men bitches. We ain't talking about that. You're not gonna see none of this information in these fucking these tests or these samples y'all fucking taking, bro. All these motherfuckers in cahoots. They all part of the process. They all part of the game to keep men under control. To have hoes out here like this, confident in their schlordom, bro. Schlors are not supposed to be confident. They're not supposed to be proud. They're not supposed to be thinking that they big shit. You know what I mean? They ain't. But we in this fucked up ass society where we got hoes out here. I suck dick and I love it, and your little boy should love the fact that he can see me sucking a dick whenever the fuck he want to see me sucking a dick. You can't even give little kids cell phones now, bro. All it take is you see Jasmine Jafar goddamn titties bouncing in her motherfucking face. That's a problem. But it ain't bad for society. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here, dog. You feel me? Fuck you and all these other hoes. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, but we're going to sit here and lie about the fact that OnlyFans is not bad for society. Are you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me, bro? You know what I'm saying? You got hoes out here having a moral dilemma. You know what I mean? Even though they couldn't. It's a cap and a half that every hoe on OnlyFans making hella bread. It's only like 1% of hoes actually making money. The majority of hoes don't make shit, but they all get bamboozled into thinking that they can make bread because that's how the algorithm gets you. So now you got all these hoes out here busting open for free. So they getting played too. We ain't even talking about that, bro. Literally selling your soul for nothing. Yo, Jasmine, she probably get broke off. She probably a millionaire from busting open, bro. But she got all these other hoes thinking, I can do it now. I can do that. I don't gotta go to school. I can bust it open. And then the little $300 hit her account, and she sold her fucking soul and a half for goddamn 3 Gatorades in the motherfucking Subway. But OnlyFans ain't bad. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. It's cooking hoes and men. This shit funny.
Thank you very much. We'll jump into the open dialogue.
Okay, Jasmine, one thing you said that I want to kind of go back to a little bit. You talk about the risk, but for me, I think one of the riskiest things that you compared pornography to donuts, which I think is very cute. But if you type your name in on Twitter, if you type in Jasmine, you just type her name in.
Do it, guys.
Well, it's
Titties.
I would not recommend doing that. She has these huge, big breasts. They don't even look. They're like size G. They're very weird looking. Whatever.
Come on, man.
What I'm
Come on, man. You got to be an asshole, bro. She ain't been an asshole at all, dog. I must be bad blood there, bro.
Saying is, do you think anybody under the age of 18 has ever found your content?
Yes. Probably.
So do you think that's good for society, for children to be looking at naked pictures of
No,
you?
but I also think that there are people under 18 who have seen rated R movies. I think there are people under 18
Is
who
a
have had
rated R movie the same as pornography?
alcohol is. Let's look at alcohol.
Oh,
Having
okay,
alcohol
I know.
available to
I know.
adults.
So what's worse,
Ooh,
underage?
he had her there, bruh. He had her there, bruh. We comparing seeing you getting fucked. And under 18, bro, keep it a bean. A 9-year-old could do that. You're on YouTube talking this shit. A 9-year-old could see your ass doing what the fuck you doing, bro. 9-year-old can't get to that liquor. It's much more probable of a little boy out here getting cooked by porn than it is him getting cooked by alcohol, by him getting cooked by a rated R movie. Fuck we talking about? Fuck we talking about? You know what I'm saying? If you had kids right now knowing the accessibility of porn at their fingertips, would you be comfortable with your porn OnlyFans head ass giving the fruit of your loins a phone where he's able to look his mama up and see her sucking dick? We compare that to fucking alcohol. And we ain't even talked about, like, you know what I'm saying? The hoes can do what they want to do. But when y'all have kids, bro, y'all kids getting bullied in school, bro. So much to the fact that these kids got to get removed from school because the kids pulling up mama getting busted open. But it ain't a net negative bit. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, suck all the dick. Fuck all the dick you want, but you have to fucking say that, yeah, I know I ain't shit. I'm fucking the world up. It's all good. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if y'all was, under the radar doing what the pros do from back in the day and y'all just, you know what I'm saying, getting the have-nots dick wet under the radar. But y'all out here loud and proud saying ain't nothing wrong with it, bitch. And y'all everything wrong with the world, bruh. I'd argue porn fucking men up more than any goddamn thing. Because men already fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Men already fucked up. Now porn out there beating their ass. Ooh, it cooked. You think a man gonna say no when he see fucking big titty slobbing tops and ass bouncing and shit, and this motherfucker can't get his dick wet by a real bitch ever? And now he done it so much that he don't want to get his dick wet. He don't even want to get his dick wet by a real bitch because he too busy busting nuts to watching your ass getting fucked. Come on, dog. Come on, bruh. And the feminist movement and the Cardi B's and the Thee Stallions, all the fucking shit they doing you in cahoots, you included in all that shit, bro. Fuck you mean, dog?
Drinking or sexual exploitation of a child?
Underage drinking, for sure. If you want to look at concrete
Wait, you think what's worse for society is children getting exposed to sex or drinking? You think drinking's worse?
that if we're actually looking at concrete harms to society, underage drinking.
Yeah, I'll agree that you can't overdose from looking at porn, but I'm saying child sexual exploitation is worse than a DUI.
No, what do you mean by exploitation? So like a kid going on Twitter and seeing a pair of tits versus underage
more than
drinking.
Tits, you're having sex, you're doing more than tits. But I'm just saying, she even admits that she's a professional whore, admits that children have seen her content, and she hand waves it like, oh, that's no big deal. Drinking's worse than that. So
no,
you're
my point
basically
is we don't want to create a
child
society
pornography.
where we outlaw everything that we don't want kids to see. Because that means we don't have alcohol. That means we don't have rated R film. That means we don't have certain books. Are we supposed to make our entire society, whatever is not suitable for children, also not suitable for adults? I actually think there should be age verification put on the device. So when you get a device, and there's there's like government leaders now who are very on board with this, where they're like, okay, when you get an iPhone or you get a laptop and you're signing up with your whatever Apple ID, that's where age verification should happen, and that should not have access to porn and those types of things. But also, we're talking about OnlyFans too, right?
Yes.
And OnlyFans is behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Bro dropping the ball, dog. I can't take much more of this. I knew he was going to get cooked. You know what I mean? The whole alcohol porn thing, bro. What's more likely to happen? An 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, getting a bottle of whiskey, drinking a beer, or him browsing porn. When them little boys' hormones is raging and all that, you think they worried about getting some lick? Little kid, hey, this newer generation don't even drink no more. Gen Z don't even drink alcohol no more. Bro, they addicted to porn. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen the implications of this shit as of yet. And this is with me my own experience talking to the bros that get their head pounded, no pun intended, by porn, dog. You know what I'm saying? I could not imagine being 11, 12 years old right now, dog. I wasn't worried about no fucking alcohol. You know what I'm saying? But please believe I was worried about some booty. You know what I'm talking about? Watching the Cinemaxes and the softcore and all that shit, bro, when mama sleep, trying to go to Showtime and HBO, watching Real Sex, Taxi Cab Confessions, bro, trying to get my little fix when I was a little kid. Can you imagine having Google? Bruh. Dog. The generation is cooked. But OnlyFans ain't bad for society. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. All right. All right. Thoughts?